Hello everyone. Today I'll be going through the service strategy. Service strategy is one of the important life cycle in ITIL Foundation certification. So let's go to the service strategy what is service strategy? Today the agenda it clearly shows here. Today I'll be going through the overview, the business value. In the concepts and models, I'll be covering business case, about the value, what is utility and what is warranty, service assets, the service portfolio. In the processes, I will explain about service portfolio management, demand management, financial management, and business relationship management. So let's start with the overview. Here in this picture, I have shown all the life cycle stages, the 5 life cycle stages in ITIL. The first one is service strategy. Then we have service design, service transition, and service operation. And the important is the continual service improvement. So here you see the service strategy is the first phase of IT life cycle that we need to define a strategy first, then we should go for design, transition and operation. All the stages are important in their aspect. And the continual service improvement, it's just revolving around all the life cycle stages because we need to continuously improve the service based on our analysis and the operation. So this is the 5 life cycle stages, but today I'll be focusing about the service strategy. Service strategy. Service strategy is about the selection of services a service provider will offer to customers. Services are selected so that they provide value to customers, enable the service provider to capture value. So here you could see value is very important. If you are giving a service, we should understand whether we are giving proper value to the customers. What customer demands that we are able to fulfill it in a proper way. Fall within the cost parameters, which is very important. We know that cost is a very important factor in any of the service. Fall with risk parameter acceptable to the service provider. We should also analyze all the risks so that we should not face any problem during the service life cycle. Service strategy is also about establishment and management of the broadest policies and standards which govern the way a service provider operates. Envisioning and conceptualizing the set of services that help achieve business goals. So a service strategy outlines the future potential of investment and defines the outcomes. It is made to answer the who, why, what, where, when and how questions. So it's always good that you ask these questions, that why it is required, how we can do that, where should we find this kind of improvement. A strategy is deemed successful when the IT organization understands how to provide value to their customers and how to differentiate themselves from competitors. So the strategy is very important in any service provider. There are different aspects of it. We have different services, I can say, the core services, enabling services and enhancing services. What is core services? Core services deliver the basic outcomes desired by one or more customers. They represent the value that the customer wants and for which they are willing to pay. That's a core one. What is enabling services? Enabling services are services that are needed in order for a core service to be delivered. What is enhancing services? Enhancing services are services that are added to a core service to make it more exciting and attracting to the customer. So we should take care of this kind of services, core, enabling and enhancing services. The main activities of service strategy is to identify market and define the target area, decide what services you want to offer and who can be the potential customers. Always, as I already mentioned, we should ask all these questions: what, who, what services you want to offer, who are the potential customers you would go, because again it varies. Who is the audience? Depending on the customer requirement, we should able to provide the service. Develop your service offerings. You should always try to improve your services, build the methods to improve those services. Develop strategic assets, develop new services. That is also very important that we keep on developing new services. Value to the business. What value we should think that we are providing to business? Service strategies provide the following value to the business, that is support the ability to link activities performed by the service provider to outcomes that are critical to the internal or external customers. Support the creation and maintenance of a portfolio of quantified services that will enable the business to achieve positive return. Provide the means for the service provider to organize itself so that it can provide services in an efficient and effective manner. Why have a service strategy? Why should go for a service strategy? Strategy in the context of service management is used by the service provider to attain market focus, distinguish capabilities. These are two important factors we need to focus on. How to attain the market focus, deciding where and how to complete, develop services assets that the business appreciates. The purpose. What is the purpose of service strategy? As I already mentioned, the service strategy is a set of strategies designed to provide direction for growth, investment, and define outcomes that can be measured. In order to implement the best service strategy, every IT organization must understand how to provide value to the customers to differentiate themselves from other providers. What is the objective? The objective of service strategy include an understanding of what strategy is, a clear identification of the definition of services and the customers who use them, the ability to define how value is created and delivered, a means to identify opportunity to provide services and how to exploit them. Documentation and coordination are also important, how service assets are used to deliver services. So, as of now, you learn why service strategy is important and what are the main aspects of it.